Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming. We are starting a new playthrough, a very exciting playthrough.
That we are. Hey everybody.
And you guys will, I guess, if you wanted to read that you could pause.
Yeah.
But yes, we are starting The Legend of Zelda today.
That we are.
We're very excited about that.
I'm very, very excited.
Yes, this is the game that started it all.
Yep. The beginning, the genesis of the adventures of Link in Hyrule.
Our HDMI cable was not
Happy.
happy.
Please look up the manual for details.
Wow.
Alright. Okay, so we got Link, we got
Oh, I guess you'll have to make room.
Zelda, Link, and Midstick.
This is actually a game I bought off of eBay, so I don't know, to this day I do not know who Mystic is.
Who do I delete?
I guess you could delete Mystic.
Well, sorry, Mystic.
Or Me-Stick, I don't know.
L I
Are we allowed to have two links?
N. I think so.
Okay.
If it's a problem, I can always delete the first one, but just remember that.
Yeah, it looks like the first one is Space Link anyway.
Right.
It looks like there's a space there. Alright.
It's dangerous out to go alone. Take this.
Famous line.
Yep. I take that advice all the time. So here I am with my wooden sword and my little book-shaped thing that is supposed to be the normal shield.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Ah, poo. Alright, so obviously first we have to build up our strength.
Yeah.
Because we're really, really weak.
Yes.
And we need some moolah to,
Buy stuff.
Yep. Crucial thing that I think one would want to get is the magical shield.
Mm-hmm.
You have much better protection versus the normal shield. But there's also another item I think you have to look into as well.
Yes. So, I don't know if I've said this before. I probably haven't, because we really haven't talked much about Legend of Zelda on this channel. But I do not like the Zelda timeline theory that then became canon.
Well, that's what the game over screen looks like. Continue.
To avoid damaging what?
Oh, to avoid damaging the cartridge, I think you had to... I think it was just telling the player to not mess with the cartridge when saving, but...
Oh,
well,
okay, got it.
the next time we hit game over, I'll let you read it.
Oh, it's fine. I can look at it next time. But yeah, so like, those of you who are Legend of Zelda fans might be familiar with the timeline.
Yes.
Where like all the games are connected.
Mm-hmm.
And like the first two Zelda games are like at the end. And they're kind of in this apocalyptic timeline.
I don't get that, nor do I agree with that.
I don't either. I don't like the idea that this is like late in Hyrule's history where like, you know, it's barren because the world ended, you know, that type of thing. Like Ganon
Yeah.
or Ganon destroyed Hyrule, so it's like in the ruin.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was in the camp that took the release of the games literally, so as far as I was concerned, this was where it all began, and this was the most successful Ganon ever got.
Right. And well, I feel like it's okay for the games to be their own thing.
Yeah.
Like, there are some games that are clearly connected. Like, this game and the sequel are connected. I feel like, to be fair, I feel like the first 4 games are clearly connected. But I feel like after that point, they're kind of just, their own thing. Like, we have a few games that are clearly connected, but they're kind of all their own universe, and I'm perfectly okay with that. I don't have to connect every single game in the franchise
Right.
to each other. But I feel like somewhere, I'm thinking this started, like, I don't know if it was Marvel that started this, but, like, at some point, the fans in general just seem to want to connect everything in a franchise together.
Yeah, I honestly don't get it either.
Yeah. And not just stuff within the same franchise, like, or the same, how should I say that? Same series. Like, Pixar, they want to connect all the Pixar movies. Or like, what's a good example? Yeah, Marvel, all the Marvel movies, even though they're all different superheroes.
Yeah, is this a Disney thing?
Okay,
Also,
I don't know.
caution,
Could be.
to avoid damaging the game information saved,
Hold and reset button as you turn power off. Huh. Weird.
It is weird.
I did not know that. I guess it's a primitive save feature.
Right, well, it's more close to what we have today than...
Yeah. Oh no, believe me, I'm very grateful for it.
Yeah, considering Super Mario World has a save sim system similar to this compared to...
Mm-hmm. Oh, buy something, will ya?
Yep.
No.
Not yet.
No, I will not buy anything.
Still down by about 11 rupees to get one of the first big crucial items.
Yeah.
Make that 9.
Now, this isn't a game where you can actually shoplift. There is one where you can, and,
Oh,
and you get
yes.
punished severely.
You
for
do. And it kind of ruins the game, if you ask me, if you carry out the shoplifting. Ouch.
It quite literally ruins the game, but yes.
Oh well. At least some of the baddies give you items for free.
Yeah, it's surprisingly difficult.
At the beginning of the game, yes it is. But you gotta go through the hard stuff in order to enjoy the easy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of ways, this game's a lot like life. But I'm not gonna go on a video essay diatribe about that, unless you guys want me to.
Video games are much like life. You start out as a weak, innocent child, and then you gradually build up your strength.
Pretty much. But with more strength comes more responsibility.
Yeah. Of course, hopefully the video game doesn't have the late part of life where you gradually become weak again, but...
Yeah.
We would hope not.
Right. So far, the best example I experienced that was this boxing game where your stats do... It was the first time I'd seen it where your stats do start to decline.
Oh, after you max out?
Yeah, and after you get repeated injuries.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ironically, making it, for a sports game, a lot like real life.
Well, you know, athletes have their prime and then
Yeah.
they kind of... They'll have a solid run for a while and then they'll kind of slow down.
Yeah. like the cost of making it to number 1 and getting all the championships, then all of a sudden if you get hurt repeatedly, that as you get older, then it negatively affects.
Yeah, especially in sports where the point is to hurt the other person.
Yep.
I mean,
and I just bought our first item.
I saw that.
Yep. Yeah. Which, that was one of my favorite boxing games, admittedly, but,
Uh-huh. Yeah, sounds interesting.
yeah.
So, I think probably by this point, thanks to the Switch Online having it, most of you have probably seen this game.
Yep.
But for those of you who still haven't, yeah, this is where it all started.
Yep.
The original Legend of Zelda.
Perfect.
I think there were only 2 Triforces at this point, right?
There were, like in the cartoon.
Yeah, which I'm like, but it's... I'm like, it kind of gives it away that there are 3 because it's Triforce, it's not Diforce.
True. Boy, this is really expensive. Yeah, it isn't a Diforce. Because, yeah, it doesn't make sense. This is the Triforce of Wisdom. Ganon has the Triforce of Power.
Yeah, but... yes, the 80s Legend of Zelda cartoon. Quite infamous it is. We just for fun did some, like, silly fan dub / parody of it.
Yeah.
That sadly got lost to the sands of time, or more accurately, bad saving, unorganized saving, and the fact that we did it, this is quite an old program, but we did it on Windows Movie Maker, and Windows Movie Maker just decided to stop existing, so, so, I think I do have, like, the actual completed video somewhere, but I only have that one. The other ones we did, sadly, I can no longer open because, like I said, Windows Movie Maker just decided to stop existing. And I'm like, okay, what about the Windows Movie Maker files I have? And the computer's just like, ah.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I know, it sucks. But,
yeah.
it was fun at the time when we did it.
Right. Well, if the people want it, I guess we can try our best to remember it.
Yeah.
But it's a lot harder now.
Yeah, and it would be kind of weird to talk about it with, to, like, say it without having the actual thing in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, since I don't know how to do abridged series,
how did those DBZ guys do it with?
Just very good video editing and voice acting skills, I guess. And a good program. They probably had a program they actually paid for, unlike my, I was in high school, so I obviously wasn't making money.
No, we weren't.
Yeah, we were both in high school, so, we went with the free program, because,
Yeah.
So yeah, more than likely, they probably had something like Vegas Pro, or one of those fancy dancy video and audio editing tools.
Must be nice.
Well, maybe we will one day. For now, I have the open source video editor that we're using.
And I'm happy we are doing so for our channel.
Yes, and who knows, maybe one day, I would like to say when we get monetization. I don't know how long that'll take.
Nice!
It might take quite a while, but perhaps...
Waiting for the bonus to show up.
Yes, but perhaps one day we'll get to that point, and then maybe at that point I could get fancier video editing program.
One day, my man.
And learn some more skills, so then it'll be a little bit... I mean, the style we do doesn't really require a lot of editing.
True, it's just you, me, and our video game system.
Yeah, but I mean, it could probably help us, you know, if it put in some jokes or...
Yeah.
It's a secret to everybody.
Don't worry, buddy. It'll stay a secret. Yep. Sometimes, funnily enough, some of Ganon's minions are helping us.
Yeah. Well, I do remember not all of the moblins were happy with how they were being treated by Ganon.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, so... Yeah, and I had to correct myself because I said Ganondorf before, but he wasn't in this game.
No, he wasn't.
It was actually always... before Ocarina of Time, it was Ganon. And then in one of the... or two of... well, I know in A Link to the Past it was that wizard whose name was... Aghanim, yeah. But I don't know. Link's Awakening, who was the villain? Was it still Ganon, or...
I don't remember.
Yeah, I literally...
Because I remember...
Was there... there must have been a main villain.
I think there was. In that one... It's a different place, though.
Right. And it's all a dream anyway.
Right.
Spoilers, sorry.
Sorry, everyone who were trying to complete.
It's the Super Mario Brothers 2/USA ending.
Yeah.
Basically.
It was all but a dream.
Which I'm like, the way it was set up, it could have been either way, though.
Yeah, it could have, yeah. It's a shame, though, that one lady was interesting with her song, and...
I'm pretty sure she inspired Malon if she wasn't...
Probably.
If she wasn't Malon, I don't think she would. I'm gonna see if Link's Awakening has a villain.
Good idea. Huh? What?
What happened? Did the game mess up? Don't tell us we lost our progress. Okay, the game decided to freak out.
Yeah, it did.
We lost our progress, didn't we?
Well, we didn't have that much progress, but...
Alright, sorry guys, this is going to take longer than we thought.
Yeah.
Grr. Now it automatically gives me the Switch remake. I don't want the Switch remake. The Nightmare. Death Bowl, also known simply as the Nightmare. Okay.
So
it's apparently this lobby creature thing.
So, yeah, apparently the fourth game has a radically different villain, for...
Yeah, it's this blobby thing with one eye.
Wow.
Okay.
So that is our enemy in the fourth game. Just like how in the second game, the actual villain was a evil fairy known as Darkheart.
Spoilers again.
Spoilers again, sorry ladies and gents.
But yeah, it's kind of a technicality thing because you don't really fight Ganon, but
right.
Ganon is still the villain in the second game, so...
Yeah, the bad guys are trying to revive him. Sorry about that technical problem, ladies and gents. I did not expect...
Well, now you see the perils of having it, and yes!
I am just shocked that the thing just freaked out like that.
I know, I have no idea why. I guess maybe we'll clean it before the next part.
We will. And certainly hit save once we get die after we make crucial progress.
Yeah, I'd say after you get your second item again, it would be able to save.
Yeah. Or even the first.
Yes. Well, I mean your second item as in besides the sword.
Correct.
Yeah.
So in that case, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yes. So, yes. But yeah, it's definitely exciting to do a Zelda game on here.
It is.
We're still gonna do Mario games too. We're kind of gonna flip-flop a little bit.
Right.
Do some other games as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because we're on this gaming odyssey together, really.
Yeah. And we hope you guys are enjoying your summer.
Yes, we hope so. I know August is...
just starting by the
Yep.
time that this is uploaded.
That is true.
Literally.
Yeah. I can't really remember if August is the dog days or if that's late July.
Don't know what that means.
I think it's an old term meaning well, I heard it as the really hot months or the months where people are most likely to... days that people are most likely to make bad choices.
Oh. I don't think that's August.
Okay, maybe they were thinking of late July.
I don't know. But, since I have a family member whose birthday is in August, I've never heard negative things about August.
Me neither.
So,
I'm just trying to remember that line from that book, I think it was, where I first heard the term dog days, and since I got a bomb, I'm saving the game. Save. And you'll get to see how the save works. Alright, so... this shall be a secret for everyone. Except us playing this game. Again.
It's a secret to everybody.
Alright. Let's get that candle. Alright.
Yeah, in the 80s cartoon, Ganon treated the moblins like dirt.
He did. He was horrible
He
to
was. Yeah.
the moblins.
So they did have one episode where they revolted.
Yep.
They were like, no, we're not gonna take this anymore.
Yep. And they said, we're going to defeat Hyrule in our own hands, and they fumbled at it, and,
Yeah, they basically were very incompetent. And I think it would have been funnier if they, like, secretly sided with Link and Zelda, but
Oh, yeah. Shoots.
that's not the way it happened.
No, it didn't. And the sad, funny irony is that was the closest. I believe they were close to defeating Ganon, and...
Yeah. Boy, this is really expensive.
Yes.
I don't. I'm guessing that was not the shop owner.
Different shop owner, even though they all use the same sprite.
No, I meant who said that.
Yeah.
Like, what shop owner would look at his own merchandise and go, boy, this is really expensive?
So is that the first line of dialogue Link said?
I don't know. Is that technically? Unless the shop owner's like, boy, this is expensive stuff, like it's really good stuff. But the way it's translated, it's like, boy, like, gee, that's really expensive. So it kind of sounds like something Link would say.
Yeah, you're right.
And if that's the case, then I have to contact that guy who has that video about lines that Link actually said and be like, hey, you missed one.
Wow.
You missed one that everybody missed, if it is. But that's probably one of those things where we have to debate.
Yeah.
I'd be like, was it?
And to
Was
think,
it something
yeah.
he said?
Yeah. And to think, imagine going to the car dealership and the guy's like, "Ooh, this car is really expensive."
Yeah, it might be. I'm wondering if it's a translation error.
Could be.
Like, he might have been saying, like... Yeah, it could be a cultural thing. Like, maybe he means expensive, like high quality. Like these are high quality goods, you know, rare items or whatever.
Wow, these are rare.
Yeah, like...
That sounds more what a salesman would tell you as opposed to...
Yeah, I think saying this is really expensive is not a good way to sell your items.
Here's my computer. This is really expensive.
I mean, unless you're like dealing with a customer that you know is like filthy rich.
Yeah.
And that, you know, they want something expensive for prestige, you'd be like, yeah, this is really expensive.
Sorry, I'm having a lot of fun with this.
I know, right? Yeah, like yeah, this watch is made of diamonds. I don't know.
Yeah, with jewel-encrusted gearage.
Yeah. The gears are pure gold.
Yeah. Who would pay for that, I wonder?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remind myself when Peter Griffith won the lottery, he bought a suit made of gold.
You mean Griffin?
That guy. Yeah, Andy Griffith's long-lost cousin, Peter Griffith.
Don't let Seth MacFarlane hear you. He will incorporate that joke into the next episode.
Great.
I don't think he would be above that.
No, I wouldn't.
Or even like, well, hey, I could see it now. He gets this letter that he's got like this inheritance, and then you find out at the end of the episode it was for Peter Griffith, not Griffin. Like, Peter, this is for Peter Griffith, not Griffin.
Good one. You're doing pretty good.
My Lois. Yeah.
You're doing really good, actually.
Well, it helps that her voice actress, I like Borstein. Sorry if I pronounced her last name wrong. I used to see her like all the time on Mad, like the live action Mad TV.
Yeah.
Back when it was on Comedy Central.
Nice.
And when she wasn't the what's her face, the Asian lady.
Miss Swan.
Miss Swan, yes. When she wasn't Miss Swan, she kind of, you know, her normal voice was kind of similar to her Lois voice. So I was familiar with her voice even before I saw Family Guy, basically. Yeah, so there's that, I guess.
Right. Well, Seth MacFarlane wants to, use it.
If she's ever sick or has lost her voice, I could fill in. Sure, I don't mind. I don't know if I'm close enough for it to make the cut, but maybe you could like splice the two together. You know, use some of my voice, use some of hers, and make it work that way. I don't know.
Indeed.
I don't even know. I don't even know how it is. I know certain people are only allowed to hire the unionized voice actors, which I am not at this point.
Maybe it'll help you get your foot in the door.
Yeah. Hey, Seth MacFarlane, if you happen to be watching this playthrough, or this Let's Play,
yep,
and you liked what you heard, hit me up. Connor does a pretty good Peter, so if you're ever unable to do your Peter voice for whatever reason, you know, you could call us both. We'll both come in.
Yeah, we'll be happy to.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
Although I know there are quite a lot of people that do Peter Griffin. He's like one of the most common impressions that people do on YouTube, it feels like.
Yeah. I feel Brian is super easy.
Brian is basically just Seth MacFarlane. He's just doing his normal voice.
Yep.
Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way.
Absolutely.
I know some people don't like that. They're like, oh, you're just doing your normal voice. And it's like, yeah, guess what? We're voice actors. We have voices.
Gives us time
if we do our normal voice, that doesn't invalidate us, you know?
Correct.
Because as long as it fits the character.
Yeah.
You don't... Oh, we're actually out of time. But let me finish. I'll finish my thought and you'll finish that little section. You know, for those of you who are, you know, aspiring to do voice acting, but, you know, you feel like you can't do impressions, which, believe me, I'm in that boat. I went through this. I was like, I can only sound like myself. I won't be successful. That's not true. You know, if you have a voice, which I'm sure you do, you can be successful. You just have to have some acting chops.
Definitely.
That's the most important part. If you can't act, it's going to be very hard to voice act. But you don't have to do spot-on impressions of popular characters. You really don't. You really don't. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming to this first part, and we will continue in the next part. Bye, everyone.
Take care. Do what you gotta do.